This is Carl with the three things I'm watching for Wednesday, September the 3rd. Starting out, the census crush and ethanol numbers came out for the month of July. Corn, 465 million bushels, I believe it was, pretty much in line with trade estimates. Soybeans, that's where my attention went, obviously. 205 million bushels crushed, 2 million bushels less than trade was expecting. Still a very respectable number. Where I put my attention was on the product inventory. Soy oil stocks coming in 1.89 billion pounds. That was a 7 month low. Where I looked was the meal. U.S. meal inventory coming in at 353,000 and change short tons. That's a 9 month low. All we have heard about from analysts is how we're swimming in soy meal. We can't get rid of soy meal. We don't know what we're going to do with it. And you looked at the futures and they were inverted. The cash market was telling you that was not the case. And lo and behold, here we are with a 9 month low on soy meal. And this takes me into my number two topic, and that's what if China does show up for soybeans? We've pretty much been sitting here in panic mode. China's not showing up. China's not showing up. And rightfully so. They are one of our biggest soybean trade partners. But we are starting to look at a soybean crop. It's getting a little dicey out there. Good to excellent declined 4% last week. You saw a 2% increase in the poor to very poor rating. 10% of the U.S. soybean crop now rated poor to very poor. You throw in some of the recent crop updates, same as we have on corn, and you got to ask yourself how accurate is that 53.6 bushel per acre yield from the USDA? Let's say we take 2 bushels off that. We cut our new crop carryout by over half. All of a sudden, then you have a market that's not worried if China is going to show up, and they're panicking. What if China does show up? And what if they buy 12? 14. What if they come in and buy 16 million metric tons of soybeans from the U.S.? We do not have that much product. Not saying it's going to happen, but you can just feel the market starting to get a little bit of a turn in sentiment. And that is what we have needed. Now I just need to get some buying activity behind it. Third and final thing I'm watching today, the water levels on the Mississippi River. Keep an eye on these. The Ohio Valley drought, very, very dry in the eastern corn belt, well noted. Starting to see water levels decline on the rivers. It couldn't come at a worse time, really. And not so much because we have to get new crop sales down the river, which we do. We have to get inventory moving. But we have to get product back up, mainly fertilizer. We got to get our imports back up the river, and that is where we could see some concern this fall. Now, we get a couple big rain events. We could obviously fix this. We're not in a draft restriction type environment yet, but there's thoughts water levels will continue to decline on U.S. rivers throughout the month of September. It could be a little concerning as we get towards the end of the month, first part of October. Just keep an eye on that. Something to file away for now. Those are the three things I'm watching today.